Our top focus story on this special broadcast from Canada is that conflict between Israel and Iran that's threatening to now escalate. This is day 4. More than 220 lives have been lost in Iran. More than 20 lives have been lost in Israel. In fact, Iranian missiles continue to target Tel Aviv, Jerusalem and Haifa, that crucial oil port of Israel. In Tel Aviv, building blocks have been taken down, overwhelming the Iron Dome and David Sling missile defense shield of Israel. Do keep in mind, this is happening at a time when US Navy warships and US Air Force fighter jets are assisting the Israeli forces in taking down the incoming threat. So that's the level of intensity that Iran's also able to maintain on day 4, after initially it was surprised. But Israel's strikes have also resulted in several top intelligence and Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps officers being neutralized, and both sides are now threatening each other that there is worse in store.
A devastating wave of missile strikes from Iran. Loud explosions were heard in Israel's Haifa area as some of the Iranian missiles slipped through Israel's missile defense, hitting civilian areas. Israel and Iran launched fresh attacks on each other, killing scores of civilians and raising fears of a wider conflict. Eyewitness images showed thick plumes of smoke rising next to a refinery plant in Israel's Haifa. Iran struck both Tel Aviv and Haifa overnight, killing at least 5 people, increasing Israel's death toll to over 33. Fire trucks were seen at oil refinery in Israel's Haifa after an Iranian barrage of missiles hit various locations across the country. Israel said its pipelines and transmission lines in Haifa have been damaged by Iranian missile strikes. Several residential buildings in a densely populated neighborhood of Tel Aviv and Petah Tikva were destroyed in a strike that blew out the windows of hotels and other nearby homes. Meanwhile, Israeli army released a video which showed a strike on a military site in the Iranian capital of Tehran. Israeli Air Force also identified and eliminated surface-to-air missile launch troops seconds before they reached the launchers south of Tehran. The Israeli troops were eliminated and the launcher was destroyed in Israeli strike. Israeli Defense Forces also precisely struck command centers belonging to the Quds Force of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps and the Iranian military. Israel said in these command centers were hubs of Quds militia operatives planning advanced terrorist attacks on Israeli cities.
We are here because of an existential war. Think about what would happen if Iran had nuclear weapons. We embarked on a war of salvation against the threat. Iran will pay a heavy price for the killing of civilians. We will strike them. We will deliver them a crushing blow. They will feel our might.
Iran has now also said that its parliament is preparing a bill to leave the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty and that Tehran remains opposed to developing weapons of mass destruction. Meanwhile, world leaders continue to push for de-escalation in war.
Well, I hope there's going to be a deal. I think it's time for a deal, and we'll see what happens. But sometimes they have to fight it out, but we're going to see what happens. I think there's a good chance there'll be a deal.
I spoke with Prime Minister Netanyahu today. I reiterated Europe's commitment to peace and stability in the Middle East. In this context, Israel has the right to defend itself. Iran is the principal source of regional instability, and we've always been very clear Iran can never have a nuclear weapon.
The West Asia war widening and threatening to engulf the entire region. Bureau Report, India Today.